Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully everything's working now. I'm assuming it is. But anyways, if it is or isn't, uh, the show must go on. So hello guys, welcome back to another stream. Today we're gonna be working on some edits, mainly because I was supposed to do a Bob Ross stream today, and I apologize that I haven't really done that. I know, right? Like, why Snubbles? You lied to us. Why didn't you like actually like do the Bob Ross stream? So I apologize, guys. I literally been on Friday. I started working, and they had me do overtime because we had to finish this job, and so apparently I had to like do overtime on Friday, and Friday was supposed to be our main event actually for like Bob Ross and stuff, and I couldn't really stream on that day because I came back home late and I was really tired. So again, I'm sorry for that, guys. And other than that, I had today, which is Saturday. I went to Dave and Buster's, right? And for me, I don't mind going to like Dave and Buster's and stuff like that. Normally, I don't really like going out as much. I really don't. It's kind of like awkward for me to be outside of my home. I'd rather be at home, honestly. But since most of my siblings, they know that I don't like going outside, so they just like regardless they take me to these events. So today we're going to hold on, let me put the music a little bit higher. I don't know if you guys can actually hear the music. I don't think you guys can hear because Spotify is different from. Let's see. Oh no, it is. So I mean, I'll just play music from the other side, anyways, from my main YouTube account. Honestly, I don't really have that much copyright free music because I don't. I really don't like have a specific copyright lo-fi copyright free lo-fi. Yeah, let me be like these hipsters where they just play lo-fi music all day long. So I guess we haven't finished this. Hopefully that's better. I don't know.
Searching for music for your next
He
video?
said hopefully it's better, but with these ads just makes it nasty. Okay. Anyways, hopefully everyone is having a wonderful day. We're gonna start our editing process. So last time I actually started editing a schedule, and this schedule was alright because I kind of like the design, the way of it. I'm not an artist, okay? I did not draw this, by the way. This was one of my Fiverr commissions. I actually support a lot of the content creator on Fiverr because for me, I see like it's an opportunity for investments, and I have a few of my artists selected, and I really love this art style. And supposedly, I'm supposed to get my my Twitch panels done today. I don't know if she has done it yet or not. I'm assuming she's working hard for it. She got the rough draft laid out, so hopefully that gets done soon, and I can show you guys how it will look like. And right now, I'm just waiting for those. But anyways, these are my new Twitch. They're like small little how do I say? They're like the small little images, emotes. I really love this design, but anyways, today I'm going to show you guys how to make some background stuff. And since I'm making my schedule for next week, so everyone can come here at once. I know it's kind of like weird for me to make a schedule and sometimes not even show up. And I don't think that's like a correct way because many content creators, they want to be on time and on schedule. And like I said, I'm not really the most reliable person when it comes to creating content. So I try my best to make it on time. So this is in a way of me saying I apologize for not being consistent. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys what I do with my backgrounds, mainly because I love this small star designs and I love this font a lot. This font is called Starborn. You could get it from .font.com. Now I have this as the personal version. I don't really have the the commercial license version, which is only $20, which is not bad honestly. If you're going to be selling products or stuff like that, I would definitely check that out because it's such a cool design. But since I'm not really selling designs or marketing toward like my business or website, I'm just doing it personal. This is like a simple way to use it. But anyways, I'm what I did here, which is a few layers from my old schedule, and I'm going to be doing a Vegas one because I have to make a somewhat of a video schedule because I kind of prefer video schedule over regular PNGs because PNGs are alright, they're okay, and they shine bright, but I just love different versions of it. But anyways, let's show you some context. Now, without the art style, the art pretty much makes it okay, but this is me trying to edit. Basically, when you're doing a scheduled PNG, we want to have some kind of like design, and I guess in a way I'm going to show you guys how I make these small easy PNG designs and make it look a little bit fancy. So we're gonna do a new one, and the measurements of this one was 2200 by 1500, so we could keep the same thing, 22 and 1500. Now when it comes to picking colors, you want to pick something that's really soft, you know, something soft to the eyes. And if you don't have any idea of what the soft colors are, you can definitely look up on the internet like what are soft colors that make it look pretty. So we're gonna be working with pink in this case because pink is also a soft color, but I want this light pink or purplish because it looks so good. And we're gonna do color picker, click on that, and then you could technically on the bottom GIMP just do that and then transfer it just like that. Now it may seem like if there's no color at all because it's really light, but that's fine. Now you could also use a gradient layer and pick a second color. I don't normally do that because it just doesn't feel right to me. I guess in some way it does. Some people do that because of the colorful, but I just personally think it's better just like this. Anyways, let's start designing some stuff. So what I usually do, I get inspired with, is simply having sort of like a thinking of it of a kawaii slash what would I say? Think of it of a kawaii design slash, I forgot what my friend called it, like pop style or Candy Crush. Yeah, candy After Effects, candy in it. So think of it as a candy edit. You want to make candy editors pop out more. That's what I think of it. So let's just start designing with some simple stuff. Now, what the thing is, when it comes to GIMP, you're kind of limited with what you do, but you know, GIMP is for free. You don't really have to pay for anything, so that's what makes this a good program to use. So now we're gonna do some white lines. White lines are typically what most candy design have. They're because it's like the most basic shape people can make. It's white lines. And since there's no pattern, it just goes by default white, and you can barely see it. Now what I do typically is I duplicate layers like this, and then you could technically drag it down, or you can just click it once and then pull down. That's if it works. Let's see, just like so. So when you pull it down, you don't really like lose the edges here, and then you could leave it like that. So I guess in a way we could replicate our own model. You could technically just like change the color of this background, but I'm going to show you guys step by step how I did this schedule because I think it looked pretty cool and pretty kawaii. Alright, so now let's go back to what was I clicking? I did not meant to click that. Since we're doing a pink version of it, we could call this we could actually make this a group layer, and then we could call this top lines. You don't really need to organize it because like if it's just you, it doesn't really like have a much of an impact. But if you're submitting this for like a project, then yes, you might have to organize it. Alright, so we're gonna duplicate this, and then you click on top, and then we're gonna drag this all the way down. Now technically speaking, I could just drag it and it'll be quicker, but I don't know if it'll be like as accurate with the edges. So I'm just simply gonna just hold down till it goes all the way down. Now I don't know honestly if it's gonna uh, line up perfectly. Now you could use guides as well, but guides is kind of complicated because they're not really, you're not really using guides to like put this in the middle. You could use guides honestly. I think it would be better, but in this purpose, I just feel like I'm showing you guys doing this is easier. So now since we have our background here and then two white stripes, it just already looks like a pop candy crush look. And because of that, I think it's looking pretty good right now. Okay. So that's looking pretty good right now. Now we could label one of these. Put this on top. And then maybe change this to bottom layer, bottom lines. We're just gonna practice simplicity, make this stuff like this look well organized. Now the next one is we're making a new layer and we're gonna make a sort of a, I guess, white background or white text background. Or just, I'm gonna put text background. Just because I don't know what direction I'm going to go with this, and this has to be above this. So we're gonna be using the same blue as this one. So we're technically making a backward version of it. Put color picker, and we're going to make a sort of a new solid. Normally when you want to make like a sort of a text background, you want to make the edges a little bit round. The safest way to go really is if you put it at 45. 45 have a nice clean look. And then you simply want to make sure you drag this. Now you could be as accurate as you want here, or have some space here. Now let's see how I have it here. I have it where it's near the top part, but not exactly on it. Simply because it just makes it look nice when you see some colors going through it, and not overlapping the white, you know. Oh, did I? Oh no, I forgot to fill it in. Okay, no worries. I don't know. This is more like guesstimating at this point, because I don't know if they're both the same size, but we can assume so. Now we just fill it in, and now we have a kind of like a white background border for text. Now we're going to be using another color as well, and it's going to be for like an inner color. There's a few ways you can do this. You can honestly, you can try to look at the coloring and see what's below it or closest to it. I'll say dark blue is closer, and I don't know if I want to make dark blue inside or outside. I'm assuming it's gonna be inside, so drag a little bit in, just like so. And then we're gonna fill this in. So if you look at it, one side is bigger than this, so I don't want to make it as similar as possible. Okay, maybe closer. This looks a little too close. I don't know if that looks accurate or not, but it looks pretty dang close to me. Now we're gonna edit this and actually make a new text file here. And then edit, fill. So the reason why I made two of these simple backgrounds is because I don't know if I like the color or not. Like some people like the color and some people don't like the color, and sometimes they want to change the background of it. So we're just gonna leave it like that. And I'm actually vibing with the blue more. So what we could do is with the same color picker, click on this other color and click on the blue, and then you fill this. You want to fill one of them first, so I'm assuming we're gonna fill this outside one. We'll fill this one inside blue, and then the outside we'll fill it with purple. So now there we go. Now that's way much more better, honestly. I think that's what I like a lot. A nice clean look for it. And we could go a little bit, just a teeny bit lighter with the blue. If you don't know how to go a little bit lighter, you could definitely mess with the RGBs here. Maybe that blue is finer. That's too much. That's too much. Drag it a little bit back down. Okay, that blue looks alright, but yeah, it looks fine. I don't see why not. Now again, you could do a group layer here as well, and we're gonna call this. We're gonna put this text BG. Now this keeps it much more organized because now you know where everything's at, and now we can actually add the text itself. Since we're making a schedule here, you could have these separate, like word by word, but we're not gonna do that. Okay, I see. This has to be outside that. It's gonna be on top. So we're gonna type in schedule. If you can't see it, it's because it's the same color. Put white. Now we're gonna type in our schedule. I like this font because even if you don't cap it, everything's already capitalized for you, so you can just type in lowercase. So we're gonna do Monday. We could say something like Bob Russ, and then Wednesday. Something like this. Wednesday. Something. Something. And then Friday we could do I don't know. Is that even how I spell Friday? No, it's not. Friday Apex. Something like that. So far this is what it's gonna look like. Now the next thing is you want to make sure these are nice and even spread. And you want this to be a little bit bigger, so, and then maybe press this left button here. Now you want to go with the direction, the flow, maybe a little bit lower. And the only thing I can definitely see an issue being is if the schedule is a little bit long. And simple fix would be obviously lowering everything, and it's not that entirely bad because you know it still looks nice. So we have a Bob Ross stream here. See if I can put that all together. Yep, something in Apex. Now let's see if I can make this bigger. You don't want to go outside your text that you made, so that looks good. That looks perfect. Bob Russ, Wednesday, Friday, and now you even have enough for the weekends. You could technically type things out first, so you make sure your schedule fits completely. Because if it doesn't fit completely, then it's kind of like yeah. So there's still enough for Sat, and then we could do like Among Us or something like that. Among Us. Now definitely now we have a sort of a good schedule, but you want to make this top part a little bit bigger than the rest because it's technically the headers. So you could obviously increase it by like the 10th or 11th of the original size, so you can tell the difference. And then all you do is drag up, or you could technically use the dragging tool. In this case we're going to use the dragging tool just because why not. So what if we have extra space here? Well, that's fine. what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some details. Now I have a drawing pen, but you don't need a drawing pen for this part. Because we're kind of add some graphical designs, we're gonna have a new file. So we're gonna call this as line design. So this line design is gonna be more of a splitting word things out. Because we can do curves with the pen tool or the path tools, we're gonna do a few curves like things. Now you might want to make sure they're nice and spread out. You don't want them to be like all cramped up together. Essentially, you want to do like a wave format. It might take a while to get used to it, but you don't want them to be like too like tight. Okay, so I think I might have to go a little bit lower. And then we're gonna finish right here. Now you want to do is struck the path, and we're doing it. I think the paintbrush will do it, but I don't know. Edit, stroke. I don't know if it did stroke or not. I don't know if it's okay. There we go. So if it looks like this, it kind of looks a little bit nutty because it's not really edited to your preference. So in order to edit it to your preference, click on the brush tool or the paintbrush tool. Then you have some options here on the right side. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but we want to reduce that to maybe 6. And then what you do is just undo this part. So if you lose it, then okay. Undo that, and then stroke path again, and it should look like that. Now the line may be a little bit squiggly because that's how the curve tool works, but at least it's kind of better. Now if you want to edit it and get it precisely, you can still do it with like the same design, but since we're gonna be keep moving on, all you gotta do really is put them in a group, and then you can either do Control D and it makes a copy of it, or if it doesn't, oh, it just made a copy here. Okay, so sorry. If it doesn't make a copy, just right click on the line design and you just press duplicate, and then all you do is you do the same thing. You drag it down, you click on it and drag it down. If you can't drag it down, then there you go. It seems like there's 2 colors on it, and I kind of forgot to remove that. So for now, we're just gonna leave it how that. We're gonna technically erase it later on. I can erase it right now. So we're gonna grab an eraser tool and simply just erase that part. Where is my eraser stuff? Okay. Yeah, just erase like so. This is because I made a mistake, and technically you guys can do it better than I can. Like just if you just didn't like color that. So this will only work for the layer you have selected, so it won't work for anything else. So I have to click through layers and erase it manually. And then this goes back to layer 1. And just like so. Okay, now we're gonna keep going and put more layer design.
Which is all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover's accepted at 99% of places.
Yeah.
Take credit cards. Learn more
I get Discover card too.
Yes. 2021 Nielsen report
I wouldn't suggest getting Discover though. Discover is nasty. Alright, so now we're gonna keep dragging down. And you could do this for the remaining, or you could even actually change a different design. It's up to you really how you want your design to look like. But in my case, I just want to make things look as simple as it is really. So now we have a kind of a basic schedule panel going on. Now here's the fun part. So if you don't have any like artists or design to import stuff, then that's all right. If I would highly recommend checking Fiverr. Fiverr is where I get most of my art commissions done. Not only because I don't really draw a lot, and it kind of affects my I don't really have like a drawing experience because I mostly game a lot. So I will start drawing and hopefully I could get better at that. But half the time I just can't. So now we kind of need your PNGs. So if you don't have a PNG, then that's all right. You can there's always ways you could you could definitely order some on Fiverr. So we're going to be using one of my PNGs here, just for references. So we have our first PNG, which is the sunglasses. Now the one that I use here, I think it's the sunglasses, or is it the cookie one? The one I use here is the cookie one. This covers a lot of the space, and this one sunglasses dude would too. Whatever image you have, honestly, you want to flip it where this will be on top of the layers you make. Now let's see. I think I have it where the lower body don't show, so I might have to actually scale this a little bit bigger than its normal size, and then maybe move it a little bit down scale. Okay. Now you can move this as close as you want, but we want to definitely have most of the area filled. So even if like my emoji doesn't cover it, that'll be fine right here. Now the next step is we have a few spaces to fill here, right? And we'll put this on top. This is separate. The thing is, we have to separate things from the regular stuff. And to fill in blank spaces, you have to add like some kind of design. And since I'm using the font Starborn, I'm gonna be using the A tool, which gives me stars essentially, and we're gonna label this as stars. Now, actually, no, this is a layer. We're not doing that. We're doing a folder, and we're gonna label this as stars. So whenever you grab this and you type in A, it makes a white star. Now we're gonna drag that star down here so we can see it, and we're gonna essentially make it big enough. I'll say 160 maybe. That looks alright. And it's gonna be in the folder itself. Now why is it gonna be in the folder itself? It's because we're gonna be duplicating this like we did with the lines, and this is what makes it pop out more. So now we can relocate this wherever we want. But since the color is a little bit light, you might not see it fully, but that's alright. The reason is we're going to add some drop shadow on it, so I'll be adding some effect to it. And with drop shadow, you can actually see the background outline. You could technically add it right now, but since we're going to be moving it, it's going to go back to the normal self. So now with this star, you can fill it here. You want to make this as creative as possible. Maybe rotate a little bit. You can right click this and click rotate, and we're gonna flip it just a teeny bit to the right. That looks fine. And just like so, we keep it in the corner, maybe a little bit closer, or maybe that close. Or you give me, I don't know. I think it would be better if we make the star a little bit bigger. It's gonna cover more space. Edit. Maybe we'll make this 180, because this is gonna be the corner that leads everything here. Yeah, 180 looks fine. You want to make sure it's in the middle. Maybe we'll rotate it just a little bit, not that much, like 6. Drag it a little bit down. There you go. So that's our leading star. Now all you gotta do really is duplicate here, and then just drag it somewhere else. Now these ones are gonna be smaller than the leading star. You want to rescale them, so you're gonna have to edit to confirm this, and then these ones are gonna be smaller than that, so we can put that at 150, or you can put them more smaller. I think the more smaller, the prettier it gets. So probably maybe at 100. It looks fine. It's not too big, not too small, but it like covers a lot of like surfaces. So now you're gonna just put these scattered everywhere. You just want to place them for now, because you can definitely like change the look of it like later on. You want to put them in random places that seems like they need to be filled. So maybe we'll put this over here, and then maybe put one more on top, just like so. So now we have like a bunch of stars here. It doesn't take out the text appearance, but it looks somewhat alright. Now what I could do too is, since we have some space here, we could also add another emoji or emotes here. Now I'm gonna add a sleeping emote. This could be like more like a highlight message as well too. So if you have a highlight message, be my guest and you can do that. And then maybe you want to make this small though, so it can fit right here. And then put this in the middle of it, just like so. Now we have 2 images nice and lined up. And then what we could do this is, actually what I'm gonna do is put this over here, and I'm gonna actually write a text on this part here, and then maybe we could add the timing or the spots here. We could put maybe YouTube/Twitch, and then maybe you could put your channel name or your time you're gonna be on. So maybe we're gonna put the timeline here, 6 p.m. EST till maybe 2 hours of stream. It depends how long you stream, really. It really does. And then we're gonna lower this down a little bit. It looks like seems like there's some scaling here, so we're gonna scale it back together just a little bit. Drag this a little bit to the right. Then we're gonna edit this as much as we can. Okay, where is it? Okay, apparently I gotta highlight this again. I don't see the edit text. Okay, here we go. I think we're gonna shorten it first and then scale. Yeah, that's looking pretty clean right there. So I think I messed this up. So this is PM, 6 p.m. EST, and at 8 p.m. It looks kind of weird, so I'm just gonna maybe take that off, but maybe that, or you could type it fully. Maybe fully looks better. Yeah, fully looks better. So I'm gonna put some colon there. So I'm assuming just because it's a little bit longer, we're actually shorten this down a little bit. Actually, no, that'll be fine. Since this is the top layer, we're gonna start adding some shadows now, so they're gonna be some in depth and you can see the differences. So the first one we're gonna add is the schedule. The schedule needs a filter. We can do a light shadow, and you do a drop shadow too. Now, since I already have a preset, I'm going to show you guys my preset. Honestly, since this kind of looks a little bit like non-clear, it's because of the blur radius. You wanted to reduce the blur radius, and you kind of want the things to look closely. I mean, you could technically do like that. I sometimes just do this so it could be shady, but um 20 is not really that bad. It looks pretty nice. You can definitely see like it's a shadow. So we're just gonna do the shadows for the same things for all of it. So we do your shadows as well for this text. Repeat drop shadow, and there you go. Now it might look a little messy, right? Now if you don't like the drop shadow, there's definitely ways for you to edit it, and I would definitely adjust it to how you want it to look like. It's not always, you know, what's right or what, you know, it's not always what people tend to follow other artists exactly word for word because they have the most experience, I believe, or they just trust what they're saying. But if you're those individuals that just like want to work on your own stuff, then feel free, you know, just adjust on how you like it. You know, at the end of the day, you're the content creator. The way you like your design is what makes the star you know, you're the star technically speaking. So keep that in mind. Now since we have this fully decked out, we want to have some details on the background. The background seems a little bit bland, but since we have the font already that gives us some stars, now we're gonna do the same thing. So essentially with the stars, you can actually grab the last one that you made, which is right here when you right click it with the eye, and then all you do is duplicate it. Now we're gonna start dragging this star to places out here. Now what I really want to encourage you guys is that once you place your stars, don't leave it how it is. You want to make sure each individually one gets rotated, because you know, the more rotation, the more it looks like you put effort on it, you know, especially if it becomes like a paid commission thing. You definitely want to have like I guess you want to have like some pretty good looks, pretty good if it's paid commissions, then you want to have it like to be as popping as much as you can. But since this isn't paid commissions, you know, you don't really have to do that. But it just looks pretty when you edit this. Now you could have some stars on this lines as well, but since there's white lines, you won't see as much. Even if you make it bigger and you add a drop shadow, there's always like that teeny spot where you can't see it. So because of that, I'm gonna leave that, but I'm going to add more stars here, and I'm gonna move this one over here maybe. All right, so now we're gonna make some of these stars that we did either big or small. I'm gonna make this small, make it 45. You want different shapes, different sizes. Small, no problem. And this one over here, we could probably make this a little bit bigger, or we could do like 32. Not bad. And that one small, this is big. We'll change this, we can make it big as well. Make it a 32. And then make this, that looks perfect. Where is that? Maybe we'll just move it a little bit down. This one, this can be like a little bit like half of that, maybe 75, 78. So now you have these random stars. They're all not the same shape based when you look at it. So it gives it a much more clearer look, honestly. It's not like saying, oh, like I did this because, yeah. Actually, I want this to be a little bit bigger. So maybe 120. So look at the difference of the stars. So far, that's looking pretty clean in my opinion. And the same thing goes with this one down here. So what I would do is just start from the bottom and change a couple of the sizes dimensions. Maybe put this at 75, go up. Maybe put this at 110. Put this at maybe 50. 50 is a perfect spot for being like small. We'll put this maybe 80. Oh no, but put it more smaller. 66. Go back up. Okay, the stars are looking pretty good. Change this to, put this at 50. I don't know which stars are these. No. Oh, they're rotated. Okay, I see. Okay, so there we go. Now we have a variety sizes of stars. No star is the same. Maybe I could edit this bottom one to be a little bit bigger. Maybe we'll put this at 110. So no star is big or small. They're just all the right sizes. Now, one thing we could do is, lastly, is we could simply add a... We could add like a line that goes through here to cover some of that background as well. And that's what I did here, honestly. Even though it looks like it's out of place because it's a single line. But what I did is I had a direction with the stars here. And what the direction was to start kind of add like a little bit of like Candy Crush candy style edits. So you don't really need this per se, but it's definitely something you can definitely try adding to it just to give it a much more clean look. But if you like what it is so far, you can leave that how it is. Okay. Alright guys, what else? So we have the star set up, we have the schedule here. Now, if you want to make a difference, let's say if you want to change the color of the font, you gotta make sure it's also something that people can see. So because it's white, it's a little bit like, a little bit basic, but I definitely leave it how it is right now. Now you could add all the stars with a drop shadow, but you would have to do it individually. It's really up to you if you would like to add a drop shadow to it, but I personally think that because it's simply a nice look with the design, the background, it doesn't need like to be elevated. Keeping it simple sometimes is better than not keeping it simple. So we'll definitely keep that just how it is. I don't think anything else matters. Maybe this this other PNG maybe that we use, where is it at? I don't see where I left that, so I think it's part of the stars. Okay, no, that's not that one. Okay, Sleepy Snub. Sleepy Snub here. Oh no, wrong one. So what we could do with Sleepy Snub is maybe make him a little bit bigger and drag him out just like here. And maybe here too. Scale. And then maybe put him like so. You want to put Sleepy Snub maybe underneath the schedule. Oh no. Above. Okay, that's fine. Yep, that looks fine. So now we definitely have a much more of a, well, way better look. There's no blank space being wasted. This might be seems like, oh, there's a little white space here that we can add design. You could add design, but I personally think that this is alright for a schedule, like a basic schedule for you to post on Twitter or even post it on your Twitch panels. This will be alright, you know. It's simple and easy to make, and I only made the designs really of this background. It's just like basic stuff. Now we're gonna be doing this on Vegas too, mainly because I haven't really edited per se. Oh, there go my email. You guys can see my email, but doesn't matter. Okay, close this. So we're gonna be working on my schedule, but this time we're gonna be editing on Vegas. So far, what I did is I'm reuse a sort of an old file, and this old file really helps me with the starting part. And I'm gonna move some stuff here on my. I'm not playing music right now, so I'll put this away. Okay, makes it look cleaner. Okay, so I made this intro sort of like for a different video, right? This was a different intro that I used for a different video. So this actually was when I made a collab with my VTuber brother. I'm using the same video I did because it's already well edited, and I kind of reuse it, mainly because it's less time commitment, and it saves time. You know, essentially whatever saves you a couple of times. It's sometimes good like that. Now what I could do is with fit. I could do is move this here to the right. So wherever this goes, I don't know, it just looks like it's going one direction. It's alright if it goes like a couple of directions, but like we want to make it sort of where like it moves directions to one place to another. I think every like, okay, firstly this one has to go. So let's look at it right now. Okay, that's weird putting. We're gonna start from the scratch because I want this to be looking nice and clean. So it first starts off, maybe we're doing every 3 ticks. 1, 2, 3. Then move this tick to the right. And then lastly, it should end with here. So let's see how it is. So it's not that bad. Yeah, I'll leave it how it is because it's really not really important as like the other stuff. So what is important is the schedule here. So this is more like the intro with the music. And now this is where we're doing the schedule. That's funny. With the schedule it seems a little small. That's because I couldn't really get the text as big as I wanted. But what I did here is that I essentially what I did is, okay, why is there a copy of that? Is there 2 texts here? Okay, let's see. We want to move this backwards. Well, maybe here. Maybe just a teeny bit. Yeah, there we go. So as soon as it hits and starts wobbling, you can definitely see it moving. Now, this is the good part. Now, the bad part is since it's a video, it's almost like what we did with GIMP, except that we're going to be using a different type of bars here. So in order to make the bar just like similar to what we did with this PNG, we're going to be adding a couple of things first. We're going to do a solid color. And you want these to be on top because we're going to be minimizing them. Now you're going to go to the video effects, and what you want to do is drag up just like so. Now I don't know if we're allowed to move these up and down. I will hope so. Let's see. Okay, it does that. It does work. Okay. It's a little hard working with this, but trust me, it pays off well. I gotta... No. This stays centered. I wonder if I can actually move it with the moving tool from the center itself. I highly doubt I can. No, it won't let me. So this is where it gets confusing here. You gotta play with these arrows. And I guess that's the closest we get. No. Leave that there. Let's see. I want these to be up here, so it's gotta be long for sure. I don't know exactly, really, how some people do it like this. Like, it'll be easier if I can draw it out, you know? This is what confuses me a lot of times. Okay. Let's see if we can flatten this out. Just like so. And we want to be moving this somewhere on top. Come on. We want to move it on top. Okay. Do we shorten this way? No. What about this way? It shortens both ways, which we don't need. This is confusing. I honestly don't know how to do the... I used to know how to do it, but like I kind of need it with barely showing on top. Okay. Oh, okay. Since we can't do it manually, and that's alright, there's always different alternative ways. And there's already a preset that we can actually use here. And we're gonna do the horizon bins. Put this on top. So we kind of need white only. This isn't white. I've got to be all the way on top. So the edge blending is what makes it blurry. We don't need blurriness. So take that off. And we're gonna make this a little bit bigger so we can only have 2 of those. Okay. We can do 3. 3 is not that bad. The only issue is that since there is already the text being white, it might not look perfect. So okay, so we need a space here. So what we do is we make a, you right click this and insert video track, and now we have a track so we can put our stuff below the text itself. So we're gonna put this right here. And actually, you might need one more, honestly. We might put the new track here. Oh, okay. That's alright. So what I do really is just grab this whole thing and move it up once. Now all I do is track this down. So now we have this, right? This is where like the design comes in and play. Now this might look a little different from what we did from our GIMP folder, which is this one right here. But essentially it's the same thing, honestly. We have 2 bars here, and I think it's easier if we did with After Effects, but since this is a little bit different, we're gonna have to work with this. Now the only issue is I have my character here already cut out, so I can't really like put him down here, make him bigger. So I think the best plan here would be is to find a way to make this background a little bit much more clear for the text. And especially since it's white bars, it's kind of like oh man, the text just blends in. So let's see. So far it's going to be looking like this. The bars don't move, but the text does. I don't want to add 2 different colors because it ruins the actual design overall look. So let's keep playing with this. Maybe we can have it where it's just 1 bar, and then move this up and down. Okay, let's see. Okay, looks like this might work. Okay, so this might work actually. This looks like it's gonna work. Delete this. So it looks like it works. We're a madman. It actually works. This is crazy. Now what we're gonna do is insert a video track, and we're gonna Control D this part only. Create new source. Now you click on that one, and you wanna open this right here, which is this one right here. Click on that one, and hopefully we can just move it upwards. Okay, it's not. It seems like it's not working, but we're gonna have to mess around with this. So maybe either up or down. So okay, that seems to work like that, but we need it to be closer to the top part. There we go. Whoa, we. Oh my gosh, that looks pretty clean. That looks pretty clean in my opinion. Now we have two lines. The same thing as we did with the GIMP file. I'm actually loving this right here because now we already have it all set up. Now to do the opposite end, I don't know if we're gonna actually flip this, but we're gonna try to flip it. I don't know if it'll work or not. Okay, let me check something real quick. I don't know if we can flip it or not, but we'll try. We'll try. Okay. Sorry guys, I was checking out something real quick. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. If I'm correct, and if we were able to flip this, this would work. But if there's a flipping tool for this or not, I don't know. Reverse is different. It's not the same as flipping. But where would it flip though? That's the thing too. I don't know where would it flip, so there's no point in trying that. So maybe I have to by default edit this. Okay, it's gonna suck, but okay, we'll do this. Okay, maybe drag that line down. We want to get closest to the bottom here. Come on. Okay, this might be a little challenging right here. Huh, I don't know what I can do with this. Maybe, can I... Because I want this bottom part, but it won't let me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is delete this and then try again. We're changing this property only though. We're only changing this property. Okay, let's see, how does it look like? Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. No. 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 Yeah, Yes, yes, yes. No. No. Come on, come on, come on. Fix this, fix this, fix this. Fix this. Come on, Snups, fix this. Fix this, fix this. Come on, come on. I gotta solve this. No, no, no. I don't want that. I don't want the top part. I just want this bottom part. No. No, 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 no. Come on. This is confusing me. Why is it not working? I don't know. It worked once, but it doesn't work twice. It should work though. If I can work it on one side, then there's a way. There's a way, there's a way. There ought to be a way. Let's go zoom out a little bit. Maybe here, then reduce the size. Oh my gosh, come on. Edit. Edit this already. come on. Are you serious? Like, I really just want to get this over with. I'm having such a hard time figuring this out. Like, this shouldn't take me this long. But it is. It's taking me this long. Okay, that's the closest I can get it to. That took forever, but that's the closest I could get it to. I'll make sure there's no other lines. What's this? Okay, that's something else. So we just need one more. And it's a little bit rough, but hopefully we could get it. We could get this one. Okay, what is it? What just happened? Okay. No. It has to do something with like me dragging this a little bit more below. But you could definitely feel that they're not really in tune or lined up. That's the only issue that I kind of dislike about this method. Okay, maybe. I hate when it does this. Come on. No. No, I want it to be down here. It seems like it's not gonna really work out. So I don't want it to be a little bit different from the other one. So what I might do is I might just keep it how it is right now, just to give it a little difference to it. I'm just gonna make sure it doesn't scale back or anything like that. So it looks fine here. Maybe this top part here, I believe is this one here. Let's see. No, it's not that one. Okay, it's this one right here. Maybe what we do with this one, honestly, is make it smaller as well. maybe a little bit smaller. Drag it up a little bit. Yeah, maybe something like that. It's similar to what we made earlier, though. It's not like really different, you know? But it's definitely similar. So I love how the design is going with it so far. We have kind of like the background set up for it. Now it took a little bit longer than I usually thought. Now you guys might see what's this little part here? It's because there's a music beat going to it, so I'm gonna edit that as well. But for what we have right now, that looks pretty amazing. I honestly think that just because the only complicated part would be this part right here. I think if you had like Premiere or like After Effects, it would be much more easier to edit that part. But honestly, for what I think it's worth, this was honestly the best way I think I could have edited this. Okay. Okay. So with the movement, what I did essentially, it's because there's already I already added like a small like bounce effects. There's no like wobble or wiggle on Adobe with Vegas 17, so you have to actually manually edit those wiggles. So for me, when I think about it, when you add wiggles, you want to essentially have like a rhythm or know how long the image will be on display. For example, here, this is a big image, right? So if you had less of these position dots, essentially if you had like 2 position dots, your character will take forever just to go to one spot to another spot. So if you had only 2, this will go from, if you had 2 positions only added here, if you add it here from this point to this point, it'll take probably like the remaining 8 seconds to go there. But because this file is a little bit bigger, because of this image is stretched out to a little bit to be a longer time view, you want to add more of these positioning things. Essentially, think of it as the position keys will make the image move back and forth like it's wiggling. So if this is pretty much manually editing it, since you don't really have like presets and stuff like that, so you have to do it on your own. So it's not really like a bad thing or anything like that, because you know, if you're working really hard and you're doing a commission like this, then people will definitely love to see that. So now we're gonna add more Starborn. We're gonna add stars here. The stars is gonna be a little bit different. You could definitely add some green screens as well, like things that already have like movement in it. But for me, I think that because we have a text that works well, we don't really need like that stuff. But you want to keep things similar, you know. You don't want to be adding random stuff too. Like you could add like cool transitionings here as well, but I don't know, it's really up to how you want it to look like. Like we could do a camera stuff as well, but it won't fit well because this is a candy edit. So I don't know, look in your stock, see what you have, and then think of what might look well for me. For me, it might be like stars. Stars are something that I would definitely want to add here. Okay, since we have the music background, we'll enable it, and then let's see how it looks like first. Okay, that does not look that bad, honestly, and it doesn't sound that bad. But simply, it's just because there really isn't no background color changes, and we're gonna do that with the beat because it makes it sound looks better, nicer like that, and also because of the font. And the font for me, it looks kind of bland because there's no really effects on it. And I'm wondering if we could add like an effects right now to it to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, more live, I guess. They have animation for Vegas 17, and I don't know if the 18 or 20, 21 have a better animation stuff, but these ones are kind of ass. They don't really do much. So a double glow. No, that's just glow. That's literally just glow. Drop split. What's that? I want these to move like side to side, you know? No, that it doesn't do anything. Okay, let's look at it since let's see it's in the text file here. So they got action flip, and they got bounce, coming at you, earthquake, dropping, float, fly in front of you, jump, bendance, pop up, rolling glow, rough day, scroll. I think Slowdown looks pretty nice, but we don't want the text to fade right away. Placeholder, what's that? I never heard of a placeholder before, but none of these texts are coming out to me really. So I'm assuming we're gonna have to manually edit this. So let's see what we can do here. I wanted to separate the schedule by itself, this top part, so we can add some different effects to it. Because you could add colors to this. So let's do that. Let's remove schedule from here. And what we're gonna do, actually, we're gonna move the remaining text below. Oh, if I can click on it. We're gonna move it a little bit lower. Just like so. Oh. So it might be a little bit laggy right now. So what I'm gonna do is put this best at quarter. So it's a little bit laggy right now because there's so many things going on, but let's just mess around with the settings. We'll eventually find the sweet spot. No, that's not even preview, quarter. Okay. It's having a hard time rendering, but I think that's fine. Where is it at? So we're gonna have to, for now, just put these videos, not mute, no, not solo. We're gonna have these. Oh, is there any way to put these on? Turn off? Maybe just drag it like that. I don't know. I will continue. May I ask for an extension for day one? Is there anything you want to review, Rise? Oh. I just got a message from Devi. Devi is one of the individuals that I actually asked that to help me with my panels, and I mentioned this earlier in the stream that she's editing it, and oh boy, I'm so excited. The panels looks amazing. I really love the style she did for me, and you guys will be able to see it soon. Is there anything you want to hit, Revise? Oh my god, it looks perfect. I love it. I don't think did she ask it for a delivery date? Okay, so I wasn't really paying attention, but Debbie wanted me to extend the date, but since I told her I love it, I would definitely I would rather have her deliver now than not hesitate take her like another day. She technically has 39 minutes. Okay. You need to respond until one. Okay, let's I don't know what to do honestly. I guess I press accept. But I want her to deliver honestly. Oh, I'm just waiting for her for her delivery. But what I think is, okay, here it goes. I will deliver your order. Okay, yes. Okay, we're gonna give her the heart emoji. Not the Japanese. Come on. Think. Okay. Give her the heart and put thank you, because like that she did a really good work on it, and I kid you not, these panels are straight up fire, and when you guys see these, you're gonna be like, wow. There's something about her art that just like it's dazzling. Now compared to like some of my other artists that I have on my Twitch right now, they look perfectly alright as well. I think, but Devi's is like much more like of a chibi, like smaller, and it's much more complicated. So yeah, Rhinef, I love his as well. Rhinef has some clean. Pretty much, this is Rhinef's art. Devi's art's a little different. Like, oh, I wouldn't say little, like a big ton ways of different. I like Rhinef art just for like like stickers and emojis like that. Stickers and emojis are good, but Davies is good like for panels and stuff like that with Twitch. That's why I see it though. People see it differently, but that's how I look at it. But anyway, she's gonna deliver now, and that's a great thing because now I have much more of a colorful background for you guys to enjoy and see. So, where was I? Okay, so we're here. It's kind of lagging because we have so much things going on here, and I don't know how to put these. I don't want these to show really. I want these to be invisible, so it doesn't cause like the program to lag itself. But anyways, we're gonna have to look at it full because if not, we're not gonna really like look at it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a new text, and this text is gonna be on top of here. I just want to see which these top bars are. Oh no, these are lower bars. I think these are the bottom ones, are top bars. This and this. So this text right here, we want it to be bigger from the regular ones, but not too big. And we're using Starborn again. That's the same one we did earlier. Oh, okay. Gotta highlight that first, and then click on Starborn. Right here, Starborn. And we're gonna add this text on top of our top of this one, really. Make it just a little bit smaller than that. Now I get sample text. Now we change this to schedule. And then now we can add like all the backgrounds as well. Stuff like that what we did earlier. Do an outline. I don't think it's the outline. What is it? It's a shadow. That's what it is. You enable shadow. Change the blur. Want this black to be as light as it can get, but not too light. think the shadow might be too close to the to Monday, so I might move that and then might move it. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Now we're gonna add a kind of like I don't know what's it called, but we'll make it where it changes colors. I don't know how would I do that. Let's say crop film effects. Now we don't want like that. Fill lights, no. Oh no, my program was lagging. No, we don't want blurs. Maybe a glow. A glow might work here, but I'm not too certain really. I was thinking of like, I don't know if I can actually change the colors for it. Lens corrections, lights, no. That's the weird thing though. Sometimes like even with the presets, it doesn't really have the ones that you really want. So what I might actually do, since I have this already set up, I'm gonna actually open up Premiere, okay? Because like this is not really working out for me, and I don't really, as much as I like the text and font what we have set up, it looks alright, but it's not the one that we need. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to export this file here. Like this file is going to be only exported. So let's just play how it sounds like first. Okay, so I'm only going to export up to here. Mainly because like I don't really need anything else. These are not really going to be exported to. May cut these lines back here. That's why I use two different programs, because if I don't like one, I use the other one. So the text is not coming with us. None of the texts are. As much as I wanted to keep it like that, I just can't. So the image can stay there. We already have the background already set up, so we file and we render as. Okay, first actually I need to get these things right here, the two placement things. Okay, so we're gonna cancel real quick. I need a graph and then graph here. And then now I can render it, and then we're gonna open this render there. So I don't know what I'm rendering at, 1920 by 1080p, which is not that bad. Now the cool thing is about Vegas is, since it's not really, I wouldn't say it's an OP app, but it's an app that can still do a lot of things if you know how to use it. But it's not really GPU intensive. That's why I tend to use it often more than Adobe. Even though Adobe I pay for it, and I rarely use this for it. The only time I use it for is for like After Effects. It's just I don't see it being as like like Adobe is only good if you can use it on Mac, because it doesn't lag as much as it would on Windows. On Windows, you kind of need like a beefy computer, something that will protect you from like crash and shit like that. So yeah, okay, we're gonna be almost done with this schedule pretty much on format. But if we look at what we have so far for both GIMP and non-GIMP, it was just so much we did for it. Now these wiggles things or swiggles, I don't know how we will be able to replicate it. As much as I want to do that, I don't know. We'll see if we can actually replicate it on Adobe After Effects, or not Adobe After Effects, but like on Premiere. and this is what I was talking about. The smaller stars, rotations, these small rotations, those things adds up. And then like I didn't rotate these, but like those things adds up. They look so damn good. Except I had so many smaller stars that it just look a little bit bland, but it just still looks nice, you know, having these two big stars may follow up, and this one as well. So I'm still waiting for the delivery for Devi, but she says she's gonna deliver it, so hopefully she gets it delivered soon, so then I can tip her. I don't know if she actually did or didn't. We'll check right now. See if she delivered. It's in progress. Okay, close. Now we're going to close this, and we're gonna open Adobe Premiere. Now you guys are gonna see my app, my whole computer lag right now, cause like, it's just a beefy program. Like I don't really mind it, but sometimes. Good thing I got a 2 PC though. I think that was like the biggest investment I've done so far. I got 2 PCs, and there's some pros and cons about it. The pros is when you have a 2 PC setup, you can have less workload on one PC, so you can technically game. I have the same amount of frames. Well, I wouldn't say I have the same amount, but it seems like I have the same amount of frames on one side, and there's less CPU being used, so I can run PRP Live or any other VTuber program on the other PC. But the PC that's gaming, it can handle more programs, more apps by itself. But on the other hand, the cons will be with having 2 PCs is that it uses a lot of energy, like real life energy. Like if you're not really have your own like home, what I would say, or if you're not paying, if you have an apartment, okay, I'm assuming the energy bill will be higher than normal, and it uses a lot of internet too, because I'm connected to my parents' Wi-Fi, and it's Xfinity, but like it uses a lot of uploading speed and downloading. So like that's why I get mad, because like sometimes when I'm trying to game, the what's it called? What's that M thing called? The latency. The latency is not the same as a fiber internet connection. So when I'm in college, I'll be getting like 144 FPS on most of my games. And not only that, I'll be getting at least a minimum 20 ms, okay? But since I'm running a 2 PC here at my parents' home, the minimum I would get would be like 60 or 80 ms. I think it's more like 80 ms towards 100, because there's 2 PCs and I'm running at the same time. There's the internet, but not only that, I have my brother and my siblings that uses the internet, so like I'm not running really at a competitive speed. So whenever I play online on Apex, I'm like having a second PC running. It's just like I'm not my shots are not landing. It's just like I'm missing half the time, and that's what really pisses me off too. Cause like I know I can like hit some of the shots that I be having, but I just don't land it. And then it's like, come on, guys! Like I really wanted to make clips and stuff like that for you guys, but it just sometimes doesn't happen. It really doesn't happen. Playback engine software. Okay, when you use a GPU. Audio samples. I don't know if that even does anything, honestly. I doubt it does, but like if it's running off the GPU, I'm assuming it's gonna use the GPU, right? I hope it uses GPU so I don't have to lag half the time when I'm editing. But what we're gonna do on this side is that we're gonna make it a little different, because like I said, it looked a little bland. Do you want audio configuration? Do you want to open? Yes. So here we are. We're on Premiere, our second editing program. Normally, people want me to edit on this because it's much more of a professional look. Well, you're technically paying for service, right? Now, a lot of people don't know is that I actually used to default input. Not working. Well, no input. It is working. It is working. The headphones are working. I don't understand. Okay, so first we're gonna open the render projects. So I have gotta open OBS and then rendered, and we're looking for the video we just made. So it's a schedule 2. So we're already in editing format, which is great. So what I do is drag this right here. Okay. Now we're doing 1/4 because like it lags a lot. So that's playing at 1/4 speed. Okay. Nice transitioning. Now we have that moving in the picture. Now you don't hear the audio, so we can add audio back in Vegas. And it ends right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add we gotta go to effects panel for this. Okay, we're gonna look for our text. So let's see if it's essential. I have Essential Graphics loaded up here. This is a presets that many of you guys can actually get. This is a preset that I got from YouTubers. So I looked this up for free, and yeah, it comes with a lot of presets, honestly. There's a lot. Was this drum alert preset? Maybe. I don't know. So we got a couple presets here. We got this like preset. Oh, that looks pretty good. Some gaming. We got a gaming intro. Leak play. That's pretty cool. Gaming background loop. That's awesome. A film look. Where did these presets come from? Was it already Adobe's? Probably. Anyways, some of these presets looks pretty good. But what the one we want is the color ones. And balance for real. We want this one, the lava lamp text. Oh no! We want to grab this one and then drag out here. Now it might take a little bit just for it to load up. Okay. Don't worry about the font, because the font is what's going on top of this. So obviously we gotta play it when it starts moving. So I'm gonna wait to... Okay, so I'm gonna move the lava lamp right here. Except we're gonna do a kind of a fade. Now the thing is, I guess we can technically just write right here first. Since the first one is going to be called schedule, because schedule is the one that's going to be a little bit bald. So type here schedule. And then this here's going to be the what's it called? Starborn. Now we move this one. We can. I think we can drag it up like this. Kind of towards the middle, just like that. And then we can scale it just a little bit down. Maybe to 125. Yeah, that looks fine. schedule. Now we want to extend this towards the end. If it doesn't extend, then just duplicate it. You could always do that. Oh. What just happened? Oh, it doesn't let me duplicate. Or is it just control? Or is it alt? That's so weird. Premiere uses alt, Vec uses control D. So it changes colors. The transition is pretty smooth, so you don't really need like to worry about the transition part. So that's what we have. We have that. Now I want to leave the text something where you can read it, right? Because this is this doesn't really is there. No, you can't really slant it. Okay. Let me see how this works. I want to just use this wiggle effect. Put it on top of here. Okay, the wiggle is not working. This one's not working as we wanted, so we're gonna definitely look for the wiggle effect. I think they have it here. Wiggle. I don't know. Okay, do they have wiggle effect? Wiggle. They don't. They don't. That sucks. They don't have the wiggle effect. The only one that has a wiggle effect is Adobe After Effects, but we kind of, well, that's all right. I guess we're gonna have to do this manually. So you double click that and go to FX Control. I wonder if you can actually type in wiggle somewhere here. I don't. Anti-flickering. No. The thing is, these two are not linked, and if I move this, I have to make sure wherever this ends has to be connected with this. Okay. Alright, let's see how we're gonna do it first. First, we'll leave it there. Then we're gonna move it just a teeny bit. Just like so. Then move it like down here maybe. And then move it back up to the left. Move it just to the left. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, one of those is an imposter. We gotta delete that. Oh, which one is it? Is it this one? Okay, now we're gonna have to move this back down. Just like so. No. Let's see. Come on. This just flips out of nowhere. This is the imposter. This position key is not the correct one. No. It doesn't let me click on it. There we go. Delete. See if it moves down. So it moves right, left, and then I'm gonna move this once more down, right. I think what I'll do is I'll copy this. Can I copy? And then paste them here. And then zoom out a little bit if I can. See how it works. Okay, so I'm gonna copy these two endings as well. And then paste them here. And maybe it does a difference, I don't know. So now we have sort of, this is gonna be the main caption point. And then it ends there, so maybe we'll drag this over here. Just like so. Maybe just a little bit out. Now all we gotta do really is copy this whole thing from start to end. And these are going to be, can I press I? Oh, no it doesn't. It works so differently. It works so differently from After Effects. But essentially we're gonna make this, we're gonna paste the same position keys, and it seems like it's already off, so we're gonna put this over here. Okay, you see how it flicks back up? Like stutters? Okay, so one thing we could do is delete this, and then hold Alt again, extend it. Oh no. First, let me save this program because we did a lot. We did a lot in like a couple minutes. Okay, so Debbie has delivered. Debbie has officially delivered. Hello, Mr. Snubbles. Thank you very much for the order. Very happy to be working with you. I hope we can work together again. Next time not find me or of missing or problematic files. I hope you have a wonderful day. Always I hope you are always fine and have a nice day. Oh, wait. So we're gonna approve it now. Approve. Yes. Give her 25%. Okay. So we approved it, but we haven't done really much stuff. So I have to still finish this part on my end. But this will be a good time to take a break. I will continue streaming not tomorrow, but on Monday. So hopefully by then I will have this done. But it was pretty much a good way for me to show you guys like whatever we did on GIMP, we can technically replicate it on Adobe Premiere and Vegas. Essentially, we always got it right on the spot, honestly. And it's looking pretty good, pretty clean. So now we have 2 of the schedules ready and 1 is a video format. So it's gonna be insane when I post them on Twitter. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and a wonderful night. And I would definitely love to see you guys on Monday when we have a Boss Rob stream. Alrighty guys, have a good afternoon and take it easy guys. See you guys.